I created a Minecraft world that has nothing. No dirt, trees, waters, anything whatsoever, except this single bedrock block. Lucky for me, I have enabled a Randomizer Mod, meaning every 30 seconds, I'm going to get a random item from Minecraft's arsenal. It could be something as good as an enchanted golden apple, or something as lame as a single stick. But can it help me survive 100 days in hardcore Minecraft in this world? Well, you'll have to watch and find out. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed, and don't forget to like the video because it helps my channel out. Okay, bye. Starting this world, and well, like I just said, there's nothing but a bedrock block, and I had nothing to do but wait. The idea was that if I could get some saplings for some trees, or a lava and a water bucket to make a cobblestone generator, then I could get schmoving. Instead, I got melon seeds and command blocks, which, fun fact, you can't place unless you're in creative mode. I was quite lucky to get a single piece of dirt, so now if I just get the saplings, then at least I know I'll be able to grow the trees. For the time being, this melon seed can just sit here. Little progress was made on the first couple of days. Here we are on day 2, where I had a 3x4 made. I did have a shulker box which had some standard storage in it, and made a little mistake, so I put this bell on top of the shulker, and well, now I can't open the shulker. So oopsie daisy, I'll have to break that when time comes. I was still waiting for anything, and again, not really much happened on day 2. I decided to extend the land a little bit. There wasn't really that much to do at this point. You see that right there? That is the face of regret. I am now 3 days into this skyblock randomizer, and yeah, I'm kind of stuck. Hey, I got a water bucket. We all know how the randomizer works. I get a bunch of random blocks. Honestly, this water bucket is probably the best thing I've got in a very long time. But apart from the blocks you're seeing on the floor, this is all I've got. Literally nothing worthwhile. The command block's kind of cool, but I can't use it. Hey! I'm working! The saving grace is that I do actually have a piece of dirt here. Sure, there's a tiny little melon stem growing out of it, but if I do manage to get myself a sapling, then maybe I could make some trees. So, watch this space. I'll be back before you know it. At least I was able to get my first bed, so now I don't have to worry about the nights at this point. On day 4, I waited some more, expanded some more, no sapling. Well, it's day 5, and I officially 100% regret my decision to do this. Let's have a look at all the cool things that I've gotten so far. Nothing that can really help me. I did get a second bucket with a cod in it, which was kind of cool. I got 2 of the same music discs, which is just, well, a lot of spawn item eggs. Honestly, this island is not going to be growing anytime soon. Though I did get a second piece of dirt. Doesn't change anything, but yeah. There's something really cruel about getting a sapling and being a dark oak sapling. I don't know what it is. I did get a little bit lucky though, because I actually had some wandering trader spawn eggs, and after spawning the wandering traders, one of them gave me a trade where for 5 emeralds I could get a jungle sapling. So apart from just having the saplings themselves, if I get an emerald block or anything emerald related, there's a chance here that I could, you know, get saplings that way. It's not much, but it's just an extra way I can get saplings. Unfortunately, this kind of ran true for the early game. Day 6 was just a bit of an oof, and day 7 was a bit more of an oof. At least I'm getting all these cool shots with the spectator cam. And well, I don't really have any footage to show of day 8, but here's a screenshot of how everything's going so far. And here's another screenshot on day 9 of me expanding a bit more, and then another screenshot on day 10. So, safe to say, little progress has been made. Alright, lads, we need to talk. This is not working. It's I know it says day 10, but it's actually day 11. And I have been sat around on this goddamn bedrock box, and I am yet to get a sapling. This is ridiculous. I've had everything else that you could possibly have. I have an uncraftable potion. I'm getting stuff in Minecraft you can't even get in the game. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to, it's been so long. I'm getting absolutely anything and everything. Where's that water bucket? But I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of losing hope that I'm ever going to, you know, make it out of this one alive. With any progress done whatsoever. But the good news is that whilst I've been doing this entire time, these nerds have been going the entire goddamn time. Yep, that's basically. Wait. Oh my god, I feel really dumb. I feel really, really dumb. Hey guys, I got a sapling. It only took 11 days. We can make progress. I have an axe. Oh my god, we can make progress. I'm so happy right now. This is my life. Now that we've got wood, we can actually start making, you know, anything. So let's finally expand some stuff. With a little bit of wood, I was finally able to extend the island to a significant amount. Who would have thought that actually being able to get a renewable source of blocks would make this so much easier? The worst part about it is as soon as I got the wood, I lost the wood, and well, I guess it was now time to just play the waiting game again. This time I had a plan, however, so I had to go AFK for a little bit and just deal with some other circumstances that I won't get into. So I made a tiny little hut, emptied out my inventory, and then went AFK. I was hoping that if I could just get a couple of pieces of anything, then maybe, just maybe, I could get moving. I don't even know what day we're on right now. Turns out it's day 13, so I've been gone. Decided to walk my dog. Just decided to kill some time. Hoping to get some obsidian or some lava, and I don't really see any there. But in my inventory, ugh. Oh, actually, no, the lava. Okay, awesome. Now that I have the lava, though, I can actually make some stuff. The idea is to basically expand what I've got, but make it a cobblestone generator just means that I don't really have to worry about, you know, using nothing but wood. You know, it's slow progress, but we are making it. Unfortunately, just waiting around. Also, fun fact, I've not eaten a single piece of food yet, because I just haven't done anything. But with this single end frame and this planet, eventually I should get some obsidian, and all I need is lava and obsidian, and it will come in time. I'm gonna need to start working on a platform that isn't going to burn to the ground if put lava on it, so this is a watch this space kind of moment. I should get moving on that one. The cobblestone generator was made on day 14, so I can actually get cobble. So now I have more than just the wood as a renewable source of material, which means it may have taken 14 days, which is the equivalent of about 4 hours, but I can actually get stuff consistently done. The plan was at this point was to actually make a mob grinder. I'm gonna need bones, books, everything mob-wise. Some XP would be quite nice as well, so I started grinding away on some cobble. Day 15, I got myself some melons! I also got about 6 stacks of cobble in total. I also, at this point, I'll mention that one of my goals is in this world is to beat one of the couple of bosses that I have, whether that be the Wither or the Ender Dragon. And I did have my second end portal frame at this point. Was I going to get enough by the end? Well, we shall see. I started working on the mob grinder. Here we are on day 16 with the roof area made, but I was out of cobble at this point, and so I went back to grinding. On the next day, on day 17, with all the cobble grinded, I was good to move. Also, side note, I did get one more piece of obsidian, and I also got another sapling. I only need a couple more pieces of obsidian, to be able to get into the Nether, which was actually my next very long-term goal. I was also able to complete the spawner, which, for some weird reason at this point, doesn't appear to be working, so guess we'll just keep an eye on that and see why that would be. I went back on day 18 trying to figure out why it wasn't working. Nothing was spawning in this incredibly dark spawner. I made these things 100 times on normal skyblock and other OneBlocks, but for some weird reason this one wasn't working. After doing some research on day 19, I realized why that would be. I checked the grinder out, completely empty, but then I remembered when this world was made, it's not made in any specific biome, except it's made in the void biome. Despite the fact that I am actually in the void, because of that, no passive or aggressive mobs spawn naturally. So there is no way other than the actual spawn eggs that I've been collecting over the time to spawn these animals, mobs, or any kind. Which means, you know, all those cobblestones that I've been grinding were completely a waste of time. Oh no, our grinder, it's broken. Oh well, it gives me time to check out some eggs, and I got a written book, which I don't even know whether that's a thing, but got a written book. I did have a few pairs of spawn eggs, but nothing really anything that I could benefit from, just a couple of like mobs. I was hoping to get 2 of the same animal, but unfortunately that wasn't the case. And it was on day 20, after really looking at the eggs and making the void discovery, that I was kind of out of things to do, which is incredible. I'm 20 days in, and I really didn't plan the long term of this world. My choices were, you know, get wood or grind find cobble, and neither of those things really interested me because I had a lot of both already. And so I decided to do an early AH Jack Patillo, and well, I'm gonna go build a house. I got the wall started on day 21, but somehow I actually ran out of cobble and wood, so well, I guess it was back to grinding I go. Day 22, I made my life a little bit easier. I forgot one of the blocks that I put on the floor was an iron block, and so mining that one up, I was able to make a couple of iron tools. But wood, turns out I didn't have any, which is really surprising, because there's only 2 things I can do in this world, and one of them is get wood. Oopsie daisy, I guess. On day 23, I got a structure block. Never seen this before in my entire life, but I got a structure block. Couldn't do anything about it. I'm still working on the house otherwise. Day 24, I finished the house. I remembered there was also a diamond block in the floor, so I'll quickly grab it. Never mind. After that, I started grinding some cobble for, way too long. How long do you ask? Well, here we are on day 30 with a full shulker box full of cobble. I'm gonna extend some lands. I began extending land on day 31. This would be really uninteresting if it wasn't for this cool action shot. I mean, doesn't that add interest to the video? Make sure to watch to the end for more cool action shots like this one. Oh, look at it go again. Here's a different action shot. Isn't that amazing? Hey, I completed the full area on day 34. Isn't that neat? Got a nice big island now. Still thinking about those action shots though. On day 35, I actually got a villager spawn egg. Also got an extra piece of obsidian and a lava bucket. All of this whilst I was making that giant cobblestone flooring with those cool action shots. I need to really let the action shots go. I didn't really understand 1.14 trading at this point, however, I got myself a blacksmith, so I assumed for the most part it was going to be similar, if not the same. I did do a little bit of trading with a couple of emeralds that I had. I nom some cake, and then I realized that I had another spawn villager egg in the chest from earlier. It was now time to breed some villagers, and to do that, I need carrots. On day 36, I had a look around where I found 2 spare bones. I bone mealed the carrots, and I realized that this was going to be yet again another long process. I was throwing a bunch of stuff out on day 37, but I did get another villager spawn egg. Isn't that nice? And this one was a Fletcher. And the grind was yet again on, because now I don't just have to grind wood and cobblestone, I can now grind villager trades as well. Isn't that nifty? I was gathering wood to get sticks to trade with our villager friends, and at the same time, I was going to max out our toolsmith, and pretty much that's what I did for the next 9 days. Who's ready for an update? So unfortunately, I'm kind of limited on exactly what I can do in here. However, I have been busy. I last left off on day 38, and then I just... Hello, can I help you? We are now currently sat on day 48, so I feel like I've done some good work. Show you a couple of things that have happened. First of all, I started and chanced it up. Got a couple of chickens spawned and bred. The villagers are breeding like cray-cray. There's so many of them now that thankful I got all these beds still. I think my next job is I'm going to build like a giant village. I think that'll be like a cool thing to do. But I do need a librarian who would like to volunteer as tribute. You would, and we now have ourselves a full level 30 enchanter. Oh, the last thing I want to show. My ultimate goal for this video is to defeat one of the 2 main bosses, whether that be the Wither or the Ender Dragon. I am 2 frames in the end portal. So that's probably not going to happen, and I'm 3 frames in the obsidian. However, during the past 9 days, I believe it is, I've got 2 more buckets of lava. So, I am now 5 obsidian blocks in. I only need 5 more to go. Hopefully that will happen sooner rather than later, because I'm really running out of stuff to do. I think if I just make this village, I do have all the spare blocks really needed, because whilst, you know, I've been doing this stuff, I've been grinding wood and, oh, speaking of, and more stuff. So we'll get ourselves moving on a little village. It's gonna look, it's gonna look dandy. It's gonna look great. Let's do this. What is this? Oh, this was a mistake. This was a mistake. I don't know why I spawned this. Oh, well, nothing I can do about it now. Okay, that's the first mob I've killed. I was actually kind of proud of how much I've done at this point. Unfortunately, it was not the most entertaining to watch, but you know, that's that one. Luckily, there's some time for me to make things more interesting with an action shot. Look at this action shot go. Luckily, I had so much cobblestone left over that I had so much time for an action shot. Look at this action shot. Oh my god, this is the greatest thing ever. For the record, I'm making like a village, like a cobblestone village. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna have like a couple of houses to breed the villagers, and I'll have a couple of trading areas around. But man, oh, look at this action shot as well. I did finish the village by day 56. Finished it off with some fence posts that were does it annoy anybody else that the fence gates get placed like this? Is it just me? No? fine. I also at this point had 6 obsidian in the Nether portal. I only needed 4 more to go. But unfortunately, that was the only thing next for me to do, was to, well, get some obsidian. And so we went back to the shack to play the waiting game. And with some amazing luck, it only took me 4 days until day 60 to actually get 3 more pieces of obsidian and a lava bucket. I made a full Nether portal and only needed to cook some food to enter the Nether before it was time for me to go and get schmoving in the Nether. I also got the dragon egg, which means I technically killed the dragon, which I mean I did it. Hopefully my dad will be proud of me now. What a weird video. What a weird video this is turning out to be. I went into the Nether on day 61 where I realized I made 2 mistakes. First things first, I did a level 30 enchant on a diamond pickaxe and got silk touch. The plan was for me to get a bunch of levels with quartz, but silk touch kind of ruined that plan. At least I can take it back later and mine it when I have a better pickaxe. Mistake 2 was realizing that I wasn't in the new Nether. You see, the randomizer mod I'm using for the OneBlock only works in 1.14.4, and that was before the new Nether was introduced. And so my plans of finding a bastion, my plans of getting netherite, my plans of getting ender pearls from the warped forest had all gone up in flames, no pun intended, and the only thing I could really do now was find a fortress. Found one, only 2 days later as well, not too shabby. But the problem was, I only came here for sort of the few potions I could get, and also some wither skulls. I will mention that I got one super early in the run here, but getting wither skulls without looting was going to be a bit of a oof. It was definitely going to be a bit of an oof. I was lucky enough to get 1 skull by day 66, but I was completely out of food, so it was time for me to head back home. Luckily for me, earlier in the run as well, I got myself a couple of chickens. And so I was casually just murdering every single one of them. And with those chickens murdered, I had enough levels to enchant a level 30 sword. I only had 1 shot at this. And that's why I'm so grateful to get sharpness 3 and looting 2. Because, oh boy, if it was a bad enchant, ugh. I returned back to the Nether on day 68. And by day 69, nice, I was back at the fortress. And it legitimately took me no time at all to get the skull. I mean, this was same day stuff. I was back home by day 70. Until I forgot the soul stand and then headed back to the Nether. But I was still day 70. I was back home. It was great. The plan was to make some regen pops, baby. But I didn't really have any glass or bottles. In fact, the only glass bottles I could find were these 2. I only had 2 bottles, 2 glass in the entire time, and well, I mean, I guess I'll just make the regen. I only have 2 regen potions, but I guess it's time for me to start making a platform. Luckily, I have all the spare cobble to make some action shots. Oh baby, look at this action shot. Look at this giant platform with this action shot. What a stupid joke that is. I don't even know why I thought of it. Anyway, by day 75, the platform was created. I had a level 30 on a bow completed, and then I began searching for the skulls. Not like in the Nether, my storage was so bad this time round that I have no idea what in the world happened to these skulls for so long. I mean, I ended up finding them, but like, what in the world was that? It was on day 76 where we did the wither fight. This was honestly a really difficult fight, I'm not gonna lie. But I was able to kill the wither, just. And look at the destruction my man left. This is rough. I mean, oh man. I mean, I did it. And though I actually didn't even need to get wither stars, because I already had wither stars from randomizations and everything, well, I didn't have any glass still. So even though I had this, there's no way for me to actually get, a beacon. And so after pretty much giving up on glass, I decided that maybe if I just wait it out, I'll hopefully get enough glass to be able to make a full beacon. Turns out, by the way, you can't use dye glass to make a beacon. It has to be just pure plain glass is what I've learned. That's a new one for you. Day 77, I began trading with the villagers because I knew that the best way for me to get emeralds is to, well, trade them away with fletchlings. The way I did it was on day 78, I set up a jungle tree basically next to where the villagers was, and thanks to my looting sword, I was able to kill all the iron golems that were spawning around the quote-unquote village. With a mixture of iron blocks and the sticks that I had, I was hopefully going to have enough trades to be able to do it. This pretty much took up my life between day 79 all the way up until day 93. It was a hard knock life, but I did have myself a full beacon. I just don't have the actual beacon itself because sadly I didn't get a single piece of glass this entire 100 days experience, I didn't not get one randomized glass. And I thought I was out of options. There's no way for me to get glass otherwise. I decided just on a limb. On day 95, I was just having a look around the village trades because maybe there's something that I can get. And incredibly, and I don't know if this has been removed, but in 1.14.4, villager librarians have a chance to trade glass. Now, I don't remember this being a single thing in later Minecraft versions, so I mean, I'll check it and just put something on the screen if I'm wrong. But in 1.14, villagers trade glass. And so after doing some really basic trades on my first villager, I was able to get enough glass to make a full beacon. Day 96, I made that full beacon, and I was done. I did wait around until day 100, but I wasn't recording it because, you know, there's not really much to show here. Anyway, thanks for watching.